I am Tierraxtanai, also known as AP, and my social media is Tierraxtanai, TIERAXTANAI_.
And then where are you from?
I actually am from the east side of Detroit. I moved to the burbs, like Canton area, probably when I was like 9 or so.
Right.
But I literally, I stay hood repping, period. Like, you know what I mean? That's where my family resorted from. That's where I grew up. That's all my childhood memories. So
yeah, you sound a little bit like me. So like I'm from the east side, 7 Mile.
Period.
And I moved to Taylor when I was around 11 years old.
Yeah.
Been out there ever since.
Same. I mean, I'm still in the burbs, but you know, I'm gonna rep my city till I die. It's good.
Y'all can be from the west. I'm from the east, but I'm from the west.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. We still accept you.
Yeah,
It's all love.
yeah. You was repping the east side pretty hard, like in your
very heavy.
mixtape.
Because all my friends and like my family, they make jokes because they know I talk very proper, so they all call me like white girl and stuff like that. And I'm just like, they like, girl, you are not from the east side. They just always say that because I don't live there anymore. But nah.
That's what my cousin said. She be saying you mix with white.
Yeah, that's my family. Like that's all they tell me. He talks so proper. And I'm like, bro, just chill.
All right.
For real.
So let's get a little bit into your mixtape. So it's called 5.
Yes.
What does that mean? Like, how did you come up with the name?
Well, this is my first project that I actually dropped. So I came up with the name because I was actually born at 5 o'clock on August 2nd. So that's the day that I dropped my mixtape. I figured that it was more so of a mixtape dropping personally for myself, just to show myself that I could actually put together a project and put it out to the people. Like it was a birthday gift to myself. For the longest, I had been sitting on those songs literally like forever. And I just didn't want to put it out to the people because I was real skeptical. Like I didn't start rapping until 2015. So I didn't even, I didn't really know what the reaction was going to be, but after recording and just listening to it literally 1,000 times, I'm like, okay, this is for you, and go ahead and put it out and see what you get from it.
Okay.
Well, it sounds good.
Thank you.
It
Thank
does.
you so much. I appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
And you spit over a lot of like older tracks. So
that was part of the vibe that I wanted to give off because I was born in 1996. So the 90s is really where I get like my music from in general. When I sing, when I rap, like I just get an overall 90s vibe. Every time I'm asking a producer to send me beats, it's like, can you just like make it a sample or something? Like I genuinely just really love 90s music. Like I feel like that's where my heart resonates, and that's where I just feel more comfortable. And making 5, basically be my first mixtape and my first project, I wanted it to embody who I was as a person. I'm fun, you know what I mean? Like just aggressive, real east side at times. It's a real fun like collective album. Everybody gets vibes from it because who doesn't like a hit classic beat, you know what I mean? So I knew everybody would be able to relate to it.
Right. And I agree, like you heard the song was playing when you came in here, your Playtime song. That song for me bring back memories, because I remember when I was like 14, my first girlfriend was trying to teach me how to twerk to the song. So when I heard it, I'm like, oh shit, now plus the lyrics in it too. I'm like, oh, she's saying some real stuff.
Yeah, that song was hilarious, actually.
So and then you also got your Warning song. I think that's the only one on here that you got a video out to.
Yes. So far, Warning is the only video that I have. Actually, I'm working with new management now. I'm starting management, I should say, and we're about to basically roll out videos to all of 5. Okay. So by February, all of the videos for 5 should be done because we want people to actually see what the songs portray instead of just listening to it. Because I really like, now that I've put it out, like I really like my mixtape a lot. So I want people to be able to get the whole aspect of it instead of just like listening. I want them to see my vision as well.
Right. And she wanted to touch a little bit on that, the Warning video.
Yeah. So first off, I want to get into this. This lyric is like, you might get away with cheating on T, but this ain't her no more. It's AP. Yeah. So AP
is a savage. It's so funny because there's no correspondence to AP and Tierra like at all. I honestly picked up the name in middle school. Like I literally was in love with Tyler the Creator. I still love him. And he had a lot of people who know him know that he had a Thurtis Haley was like his alter ego, and he was an old ass man who golfed. It was fucking hilarious. And basically it had this one video and he was like, fuck Arnold Palmer, I don't drink that shit. And I thought that was so funny. And I'm in 8th grade, and so I changed my Twitter name to name's Thurness, and the subtitle name was Arnold Palmer. So every time I met somebody, I would just tell them like my name's AP, and people really start believing it, and it starts sticking. So literally you would hear people calling me AP to this day. But AP is more so of like my Tupac side, because I started off singing. Like, I'm initially a singer, but people take more into my rapping, so that's why I started doing it more. But I feel like AP is like Roman for Nicki Minaj. Like, she gets to just be crazy, she gets to say whatever, like she's real tough, like aggressive, like I don't play that shit, versus Tierra, I'm more like sensitive R&B singing type. So I wanted to create a character within myself to where I would be able to do this with her and I'll be able to do this with the other side. So that's why I created AP. Yeah.
So AP was in this Warning video then.
Yes, AP, that was AP. I would honestly like to say majority of my rapping AP. Yeah. And then when I'm singing, I'm Tierraxtanai.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I had a question too. So I was watching the video and you was walking around in lingerie.
Yes.
It looked like you was at the casino. Were you at the casino parking construction?
It's funny, I actually wasn't, but I was downtown. I was downtown. It was wow, I want to say it was, no, we're at the River Place, aren't we?
Yes. Yeah.
It's not too far from here though.
Okay.
Yeah, it's literally like a little, the same, like kind of like towering building. They had their own parking structure at the very, very top, like MGO does.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was cool.
You ain't get no people hollering
No,
at you?
no, it was real low key. I actually knew the person that worked there, so
okay, all right.
it's plugged in. Yeah.
So in listening to your mixtape, you was talking a lot about, you know, it sounded like some girls trying to get on your man or your baby daddy or something of that nature. So my question to you is like, what's going on with you and these niggas? Like, it sounds like they've been treating you dirty for the mixtape.
So before, actually, majority of those songs were written in 2015, 2014, 2015. And during that time was when me and my child's father actually started like kicking it for the first time. In 2014, I met him and we started talking or whatever like that. We're young, still going through the talking phase, and I'm like very passionate. So he's an artist as well, and with all of the little groupie love and stuff, I'm like, listen, how am I supposed to deal with this? So basically, instead of fighting, I figure I could just talk about it in my music. So for example, Playtime, there was a girl that I was actually like really cool with once upon a time, and she tried sliding on my baby daddy. Like, everything I said in my song was facts. Like, you know what I mean? So I have a really hard time making up stuff in my songs. And I literally just had somebody tell me the other day, I think they were trying to offend me, but she was like, you always talk about your life and the struggles you go through. And I'm like, what else am I supposed to talk about?
I mean, that's what music is, an expression of yourself.
Yeah, so it's like I try to give everybody, like I'm real like 100 in my life and my music, and just, I'm real open and honest. I'm like, if you want to read me, I'll tell you, you know, all about me type of person. So I just, I dealt with like a lot of females trying to come at my baby father. Basically, I feel like just off of his talent and, you know, like who he was as a person, which obviously he's easy to attract to. We got a whole kid. But, you know, it's like, yeah, so instead of fighting, I just figured, let me write a song about this girl. Because how it happened was for Playtime, I literally got into it like the day I wrote it. With the girl, the day I wrote that song, I got into it with the girl. Like, I found out she was in his DMs talking crazy, and I'm like, she stayed in a whole different state, so I couldn't do much. You know what I mean? So my friend was there, and I felt myself getting amped up, and I'm like, what are you mad for? I'm like, just write a song. Like, you're a whole artist. You could body this bitch. So.
And I think you did. But I think that all you girls know that, hey, you coming from my territory, you gonna get shot.
Yeah, and that's basically, I mean, that's basically what it is. Like, I'm very territorial. That's what my family, my friends, like, you know, that's just how I am as a person. Like, if I call you my friend, I'm a ride for you 100%. Like, and if you turn the, you know, do some whole shit, then you're gonna get a song written about you. So.
That shows you a good heart too.
Yeah.
You ride for the people that you
absolutely. I'm just very, very passionate.
And that brings us into, you know, some of the charity work, the community work that you've done. You want to speak a little bit on that?
Yeah, so I was really going to talk about the influencers.
Okay, you want to talk about that?
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on like who influenced you as far as like rapping, and who influenced you, as far as singing goes?
So music in general, I literally just tried to get a top 10 together for myself the other day. I didn't realize how much of an influence Lil Wayne had on me. I literally grew up listening to him. Like, he's always forever will be in my top 10. His flow and like his wordplay and his metaphors, like that literally, like I try so hard sometimes to sometimes I don't even realize when I do it, like have like a metaphorical punchline or something like that. So he's inspired me a lot, but I really love Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj, Biggie, Tupac. AP really like resides to Tupac because I feel like that's where my thug life comes in. That's why I got Eastside tattooed on my knuckles too. I just want to feel like a thug.
Gotta get you doing this.
Definitely Tupac, Biggie, Lil Kim, Nicki Minaj. It's so funny. I be wanting to say Foxy Brown because she's such a talented, influential artist, but I didn't really listen to her too much. So that's why I stick to Lil Kim and Nicki when it comes to my female influences. But as far as my male influences, I would say my top 5 or 6 for sure: Lil Wayne, Drake, Tupac, Biggie, and I love YG. I just love the hood aspect, and when people can be honest in their music, and when people can make people feel good and actually say something. So that's getting more into the Tupac, Biggie aspect. They had a message to carry. And when it comes to my charisma and just my oomph, I obviously would give that inspiration towards Nicki and Lil Kim, because Lil Kim influenced Nicki Minaj, and just growing up listening to them both was just hand in hand for me. So that's where I would stay as far as the hip hop aspect. But when it comes to musically, I'm more soulful anyway. I grew up singing in church and stuff like that, so I listen to old singers like Etta James, Rochelle Farrell, Patti LaBelle. Those are my favorites when it comes to that. I love Jasmine Sullivan. When we get back into the new school, Fantasia. I'm with those soulful, churchy singers.
Right. You on the right track.
Yeah, that's my vibe. Thank you.
You said Rochelle Farrell.
That's my favorite. She's actually my favorite. I love her. Love her.
Dope.
Love her.
Okay, that brings us into the...
Just bringing it back a little bit, you know, you saying that you really care for others, you know, people that are kind of in your circle. So it seems like you do give back to the community a lot, not only with your Christmas in the D that you've been doing, but also with your current work. What is it, the Flint Water Drive?
Yes, I'm actually
Can you
doing
tell us a little bit about that?
So I actually know producers, and I have a few friends in Flint personally, and one of my friends reached out to me basically because she knows I throw my non-profit events every year for Christmas in the D, and she's like, we still need help out here. There's still no water. There's a story of a 2-year-old boy, little boy that passed away just from the water crisis that they're having out there. And with me having a 2-year-old daughter, that kind of just, it was ridiculous for me. So it's just I try my hardest to make sure that I can help out as much wherever I can, simply because I was in a place where I was fucked up, you know what I mean? I done been homeless before, I done had to stay in shelters before, stuff like that. So it's I know what it's like to not have help and to need it. So I figure if God put us all here for a reason. At the end of the day, we all have a path that we're supposed to follow, and I know part of that path is designated to help the people around us and to love everybody around us, no matter what. So even though it doesn't always go that way, I try my hardest to make it so that I'm doing what my purpose is here for to do. So the Flint Water Drive, I started that. I just came up with the idea, just to have a water drive, just to collect as many donations as I can. When I put my name behind something, I push it. I just push it and push it because I want people to care about it as much as I do, because I feel like people should want to help other people, that's basically where I went with it. And Christmas in the D is my nonprofit organization. I throw an event every year, whether it's to go towards an organization or a specific family or a specific person. I just pick however, the situation is that year. Last year I chose 3 families and we donated clothing, everything, so this year I'm thinking that I'm going to aim it more so towards Flint, so that it could be a little bit more aware and a lot more people can be a part of it. I just feel like helping our neighbors, you know what I mean? That's a part of what we were all put here for. And I don't see it honestly keeps me sane. When I'm helping people, it makes me feel good. So I remember one day I was feeling insane, crazy, upset, about something, and I just decided to make some chicken noodle soup and pass it out to people because I'm like, this is the only thing that's gonna make me feel better.
Yeah.
So
Because you want to know something, you know, I heard you say that you've been down on your luck before. So
Yeah.
really just having that, even if it's just one person, you know, pass your way and just give you something.
It makes a dramatic
help.
difference. You never know the impact that you have on people.
Yeah.
So I try to make my mark as much as I can while I'm here.
Yeah. I know you said that your daughter, you know, played a big role in you kind of turning your life around.
Absolutely.
You know, getting your license, getting your first home,
everything,
car, everything. So
I had nothing. Like I didn't have anything before I had my daughter. Like me and her dad was trapping together. You know what I mean? Just living, floating like we could, and just, you know, getting by really. So then when I had her, it's like I had no other choice but to get myself together, you know what I mean? So I did what I had to do, like whether it was staying in shelters, whether it was staying at friends' house, saving, you know, like I made sure that I did whatever so that my daughter would be straight. Because it's like, I know the struggle. Like I watched my mom work job to job, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, I literally told myself once I had my daughter, I wouldn't work anywhere that I didn't want to.
Right.
I would never put myself in a position like that ever again. So since I had her, I've been blessed enough to be able to work for myself and just to maneuver by the grace of God, really. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Anytime you have something positive like that, you know, Christmas and Indeed, the Flint Water Drive, you let us know, because we want to be behind positive things like that.
Absolutely.
You know, I know I made a donation to
you
the
did,
Flint Water
and that
Drive.
was literally amazing.
Anytime
I was
post
oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You want me to post it, you want me to donate, I mean, just hit my line.
Yes, absolutely I will. I'm always looking for assistance when I'm doing stuff like that, so I definitely will.
Well, we appreciate you, and I know the other people in the community do too.
Thank you.
Making a difference.
Thanks, guys.
So we're going to end this interview. Let us know, well, not us, but let your fans know, the people who's listening to your mixtape. Let them know what you are looking to do in the future, and what you want your fans to know.
So basically, I want everybody to just hear what I have to say. Like, to be completely honest, I want everybody to hear what I have to say because I have something to say. I know that God graced me with a lot of talents, and I just want to be able to show it to the people. 5 is an awesome mixtape. I want everybody to listen to it. If you're a hood nigga and you just want to ride, or if you're about to go work, you know what I mean? It's for everybody. Like, I even got my mom to listen to it. So I want everybody to listen to 5, now streaming on SoundCloud, also on YouTube. My name is the same on all social media outlets, Tierraxtanai, Tierraxtanai. And what you guys can look forward to is I am now working on another project that I will hopefully soon be releasing in the beginning of the year, called TNT, and that will basically be an explosive EP of singing and rapping, so you guys can touch more into who I started and who I've become. So just look forward to a lot of great music, a lot more original music, and a lot more of my feelings, so you guys get to learn a bit more about Tierraxtanai and how I grew up and where I came from. So just stay tuned for that, but go listen to 5.
All right, we're looking forward to that. Thank you for coming out.
Thank you guys for having me.
Do you have any shout outs?
Yes, period. Well, a shout out to Harmony, period. That's my daughter. Shout out to Harmony, shout out to God, shout out to my family, and just shout out to everybody that listens to me. Shout out to everybody that rock with me. And if you don't, you should. I'm a great person to listen to and all of that. And shout out to Ami. And Ami. Shout out to Shout out to Ami. You got your girl Tierraxtanai in here. We locked in.
Hey.